Hello, how are you? Thank you so much for joining me here today. We're going to get started in a couple of minutes. I ask that you grab anything you may need in this session today, maybe some water, maybe play some music, some meditation music or binaural beats of your choice, maybe dull the lights, dim the lights, light a candle, set up your diffuser, anything you feel you may need to get centered here today. And we're going to get started in about 2 minutes. Namaste and peace and blessings. Thank you once more for joining me here in this evening yoga flow. We're going to prepare our mind and our bodies for rest here this evening. I ask that we find ourselves in a comfortable seated pose. I am sitting in a cow face. I invite you to sit in any seat that feels good for you. Once we find our seated position, maybe we can gaze our eyes down. Using the down gaze to help us relax and center ourselves here today. Ensuring that our abdominal muscles are nice and tight. Our spinal cord is nice and long, meaning our back is not sunken. We are sitting up nice and straight. Our shoulders are relaxed down away from our ears. As we breathe in deeply, exhale fully. As we bring our palms at heart center, allowing our thumbs to touch our sternum. Breathe in. Exhale. Noticing how the exhale relaxes and soothes the mind and body. We're going to hang out here for 4 breaths, going inward. Two more breaths. As we breathe our palms above our heads in our seated salute, our fingertips are reaching upwards towards the ceiling. Spinal cord is nice and long, feeling that stretch there. Shoulder blades reach up towards the ears, body's getting nice and long. Nice deep stretch, breathe in. Exhale, seated twist right side, softly gazing over that right shoulder. You may feel your spinal cord cracking, relaxing, and warming up. We're going to hold this spinal twist 3 more breaths. Exhale back to center, seated star. Arms are out towards the side. Feeling that stretch. Breathe in. Exhale, seated twist, opposite side. Gazing over that left shoulder. Feeling that spinal twist. We are warming up our spinal cord here. We are relaxing our bodies. Two more breaths. As we exhale back to center, we are in our seated star, breathing our palms to our seated salute. Exhale to seated prayer, allowing our palms to touch the earth. We are feeling the energies of our environment. As we lean our bodies towards the right, our left arm goes over our head, feeling that side bend. Eyes are gazed down. 3 more breaths. Exhale back to center. Side bend, opposite side. Body leans to the left. Right arm goes over that head. Feeling that stretch. 3 more breaths. Exhale back to center. Palms touch the earth. Feeling the energies of our environment as we become centered here today. 2 natural breaths. Exhale, palms above the head, seated salute. Breathing down to seated prayer. As we allow our fingertips to touch our shoulders, we're going to do a couple of shoulder shrugs, lifting our shoulders up towards our ears, rolling them towards the back. Noticing how this feels in our upper body. 2 more breaths. Find a pause as we rotate our shoulders forward, noticing how this feels. We are working our upper core here. 2 more breaths. Noticing how this feels as we breathe our palms up above our head in our seated salute. Feeling that stretch, fingertips reach up towards the ceiling. Breathe in. Exhale, seated prayer. Relaxing that body. As we flow onto our hands and our knees, we are coming into our tabletop position. As we drop down to our cow. Chin comes up, our back is sunken as we flow to our cat. Chin comes towards our clavicle. Spinal cord goes up towards the ceiling. We're going to do a couple of cat-cow rotations to our natural breath. Three more breaths. As we find pause at center, we're going to do thread the needle starting on the right side. Right arm goes off to the side. We're going to thread that right arm through our left. Our chest, heart chakra comes downward towards the earth. Our shoulder blades fall deeper into the yoga mat. Bodies are completely relaxed. Eyes are gazed down. We can go deeper in this pose if we choose by wrapping our left arm around our backs. Allowing our bodies to completely fall forward, noticing how we feel in this very moment. We're going to hang out here for more breaths. As we slowly unwrap that arm, we're going to unthread that needle, coming back into our table. As we drop down to our cow, exhale to our cat, flowing back to our table as we thread the needle opposite side. Left arm goes off to the side. We're going to thread that left arm through our right. Heart chakra comes downward towards the earth. Eyes are closed or gazed down as our shoulder blades fall forward into the yoga mat. Completely relaxing our bodies here. If we want to go deeper, we can take that right arm and wrap it around our backs. Noticing how we feel as our bodies are completely relaxed here. We're going to hang out here for more breaths. As we slowly unwrap that arm, we're going to unthread that needle, coming back into our table as we drop down to our cow. Exhale to our cat. Flowing back to our table as we work on a sunbird pose here. Straightening out that right leg straight out to the back. We're going to extend that left arm forward, engaging our abdominal muscles. Our core is nice and tight. Gazing forward, we're going to hang out here 5 breaths. We are building strength. 3 more breaths. Breathe in. Exhale, knee to elbow, feeling that tummy crunch. Back to bird pose. Knee to elbow. Back to bird. Knee to elbow, holding it in, 3 breaths. Back to bird. As we come to our table and drop down to our cow. Exhale to our cat. Flowing back to our table as we do sunbird opposite side. Left leg goes off to the back. We're going to extend that right arm forward. Tummies are nice and tight. Gazing forward, feeling our body strengthen and balance here. We're going to hang out here 4 more breaths. Breathe in deeply. Exhale, knee to elbow. Back to bird. Knee to elbow. Back to bird. One more time, knee to elbow, holding it in, feeling that crunch. Back to bird. Flowing back to our table as we drop down to our cow. Exhale into our cat. Flowing back to our table as we push our bodies up to our down dog. We are gazing back at our feet. Pedaling our feet, walking our dog. As we flow to our high plank, building strength, tummies are tight. As we exhale down to chaturanga or low plank, hovering over our yoga mat. Exhale to cobra or baby cobra, ensuring our shoulders are relaxed away from our ears. Breathe up, dog. Feeling that stretch as we exhale to down dog. As we flow to 3-legged dog, right legs in the air, nice and high, gazing back at that foot. Bending our right foot towards our left buttocks, opening up that hip as we flow to a wild thing. Feeling that stretch. Hanging out here, 3 breaths. Exhale back, down dog. Gazing back at our feet. Exhale, up dog. We are working our upper bodies here, building strength. Breathing back to down dog. As we flow to 3-legged dog, opposite side. Left legs in the air, nice and high. Gazing back at that foot. As we bend that left foot to our right buttocks, opening up that hip. As we flow over to wild thing, feeling that stretch. Body's getting nice and warm here. 3 more breaths. Exhale back, down dog. Gazing back at our feet, maybe pedaling our feet, walking our dog. We are warming up our bodies here, and we are going to keep on flowing, coming to that high plank. Exhale down to low plank or chaturanga. Building strength. Exhale to cobra. As we flow to up dog. Exhale to wide-legged child's pose or puppy pose. Extending our hands in front of us if we choose. Our heart chakra is connected to the earth. Our eyes are closed or gaze down as we use this moment to regulate our heartbeat. We're going to hang out here 5 more breaths. Noticing how our minds and our bodies are starting to relax. We are becoming more centered here in our present moment. We're going to relax in our child's pose or puppy pose for 3 more breaths. Staying in our child's pose or puppy pose, may we walk our fingers forward to the front of the mat, noticing how this feels. We are stretching our bodies a little bit more here. As we slightly gaze forward, using our palms to push our bodies up, we're going to come into a couple of spinal waves. Using the spinal waves to warm, relax, and soothe our spinal cord. Going as fast or as slow as you choose to be. 4 more breaths. 2 more breaths. As we find our pause, knees are hip distance apart, we're going to flow back to our down dog, gazing back at our feet. Coming into that 3-legged dog, right side. As we flow right foot, right hand, we are in our runner's lunge. Noticing how we feel, we're going to walk our feet to the edge of the yoga mat. We're going to bring our right arm inside of our bodies. We're going to come on down to a lizard pose, dropping our back knee if we choose, coming on to our forearms. This lizard pose prepares our mind and body for split. We're going to hang out here 5 breaths. Three more breaths. Body's getting nice and warm. As we slowly push our bodies up, we are out of that lizard. We are in our runner's lunge. We're going to hang out here in our runner's lunge for 2 breaths. As we slightly twist our body towards our right leg, right arm goes up in the air. We're going to gaze up at that arm, or we're going to gaze forward, feeling this revolve twist here. 3 more breaths. Exhale to center. We are in our runner's lunge. As we twist opposite side, twisting that back leg, left arm comes up in the air, gazing up at that left arm, or gazing forward, whatever feels good for you. We're gonna hang out here 3 more breaths. Exhale to center, coming back to that runner's lunge. As we flow into that pyramid, straightening out that front leg, noticing how this is a counter stretch to the pose we just did. Natural breaths here. Allowing the breath to relax and soothe. Two more breaths. As we flow back to that runner's lunge, breathe back, down dog. Gazing back at our feet, head on our feet as we walk our dog. We're going to keep on flowing 3-legged dog, opposite side. Left leg goes in the air nice and high. Left foot, left hand. We are in our runner's lunge. Hanging out here for a second. As we walk our left leg to the edge of the yoga mat, bringing our left arm inside of our bodies. We're going to drop down that right knee if we choose, coming into that lizard pose. We are on our forearms. Our lizard pose prepares our mind and our body for split. We're going to hang out here 5 breaths. Two more breaths. As we drop that knee, if it was up, we're going to push our bodies up out of that lizard, coming back to that runner's lunge. We're going to allow our bodies to twist towards the right. Right arm goes up in the air, feeling that low lunge twist. We're going to hang out here 3 more breaths. Exhale in the center, come into that runner's lunge. As our bodies twist to the left, we are in our revolved lunge twist. Left arm goes up in the air. Feeling that stretch. I'm going to hang out here 3 more breaths. Exhale back to center. We are back in our runner's lunge as we straighten out that front leg, coming into our pyramid, allowing our torso to relax over that leg. As we take natural breaths, noticing how the breath allows our torso to relax deeper over that front leg. 3 more breaths. Exhale, come into that runner's lunge as we breathe back, down dog. Gazing back at our feet, pedaling our feet as we walk our dog, our bodies nice and warm, pushing our bodies up to our up dog. Exhaling back, down dog. As we come into a complete forward fold. Hanging out here in our forward fold, relaxing the body. Torso is connecting to our thighs. Body's relaxed. As we come into a ragdoll, if that feels good for you, hugging our elbows from side to side. Maybe we can sway our body from side to side in our ragdoll. As we find pause, come into that complete forward fold. Exhale, half forward fold. As we breathe up to our Tadasana, our mountain pose, palms are at our side. Exhale to our standing salute. Breathing to standing prayer. As we hinge at our hips, half forward fold. Bending our knees, coming into that chair pose, bringing our arms in front of us and our extended, or we can be in our prayer hands. We are now working our lower parts of our body, building strength in our quads. We're going to hang out here 5 breaths. Two more breaths. Extending our arms in front of us. 2 more breaths. Come into our prayer hands. As we twist our bodies to the right, prayer hand twist. Exhaling back to center as we twist to the left. Exhale back to center, complete forward fold. Nice natural breaths. We're going to hang out here 3 more breaths. Walking our hands forward, coming back to our down dog. 3-legged dog, right side. Right foot, right hand. We are in our runner's lunge. We're going to hang out here for a second as we flow up to our warrior 1 or high lunge. Hanging out here. Noticing how we feel. We are working our lower parts of our body. As we breathe to warrior 2. Exhale, warrior 1 or high lunge. As we flow to reverse warrior. Exhale to extended side angle. or side angle, whatever you choose. 3 more breaths. Exhaling forward to our runner's lunge. Come into that pyramid. Exhale, down dog. Gazing back at our feet, pedaling our feet, walking our dog here. As we float a 3-legged dog, opposite side. Left legs in the air, nice and high. Left foot, left hand. We are in that runner's lunge. Hanging out here as we float to our warrior 1 or high lunge. Building strength here in our legs. 2 breaths. Exhale, warrior 2. Our body's getting nice and warm. We are preparing our mind and body for bed, for rest. Exhale, back, warrior 1. Breathe back, warrior 2. As we flow to reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle, extended side angle, whatever you choose. 3 more breaths. Flowing forward to that runner's lunge. As we straighten out that leg, coming into our pyramid. Exhale, down dog. Breathing, up dog. Exhale, back down dog. Flow into a plank, a high plank, low plank, whatever you choose. Hanging out here, 3 breaths. Exhale, side plank, lifting up that arm. Feeling that stretch, working our obliques. Exhale, back down dog. High plank, opposite side, arm goes up in the air. Feeling that stretch. Body's nice and warm. Exhale, back down dog. As we flow to that high plank, coming down to a low plank or a chaturanga, hovering over that yoga mat. Exhale to cobra. Breathing up dog. Exhale, down dog. Coming down to our dolphin, we are on our forearms. Gazing back at our feet. Maybe we can walk our feet closer towards our torso. We're going to hang out here 4 more breaths. This dolphin pose prepares the mind and body for headstand. Dropping to our knees, coming into a wide-legged child's pose or puppy pose. Heart chakra comes downward towards the earth. Our eyes are closed or gazed down. Our mind and our bodies are completely relaxed. Breathe in. Exhale. Noticing how the exhale soothes and regulates the heartbeat. We're going to hang out here 5 more breaths. Three more breaths. Walking our fingers to the front of the yoga mat, feeling that stretch here. As we do a couple of spinal waves. Finding pause, crossing our feet behind us as we come into a seated pose. Just for a second, because we're going to flow right onto our backs, bringing our knees into our chest, hugging our knees into our chest. As we allow our knees to fall towards the left, we are in a reclined spinal twist. Right arm goes off to the side as we slightly gaze over that right shoulder or gaze up towards the heavens. Allowing our shoulder blades to relax back into the yoga mat. Mind and body is completely relaxed. We're going to hang out here 4 more breaths. As we exhale back to center, knees to chest, hugging them in. Allowing our knees to fall towards the right. Recline spinal twist, opposite side. Left arm goes off to the side as we gaze over that left shoulder or gaze up towards the heavens. Eyes are glazed downwards or closed. Our shoulder blades relax backwards into the mat. As we become centered and settled. Four natural breaths. Exhaling back to center, bringing our knees into our chest, hugging them in for a second. Allowing our feet to connect to the earth, knees are up in the air. We're going to work on a bridge pose here, using our hands and our feet to lift our buttocks off the earth. Walking our shoulder blades towards our spinal cord. We are working our gluteus maximus here. Working on our buns of steel. Maybe doing a couple of bridge pose pauses. 5 more breaths. Two more breaths. Working on lifting and rounding our gluteus maximus. Bonus 3 breaths. Relaxing our bodies down, bringing our knees into our chest. Reaching our legs up in the air, legs on a wall pose, or in our case, invisible wall. As we reach down to the lower parts of our legs, bringing our legs towards our torso, feeling this stretch. Exhaling our legs up in the air, bringing our knees into our bodies, crossing our feet at our ankles as we come up to that boat pose. We can keep our feet crossed, or we can bring our legs parallel, or we can straighten out those legs. We're going to hang out here in our boat pose. 5 more breaths. And if we choose, maybe we can cross our feet at our ankles, noticing how that relaxes and soothes. We're also building strength and balance, and we are working our abdominal muscles. We're going to do a bonus here. 5 more breaths. Core's getting nice and tight. Finding pause, straightening out that leg, those legs, feeling that burn. Exhaling our feet in, connecting our hands to our feet. We are coming into our butterfly or our diamond pose. Noticing how this feels. We're going to do a couple of seated cat cows. Allowing our chest, heart chakra to come up. Chin comes slightly in the air. We are in our cow. Exhale into our cat. Chin comes towards our clavicle. Spinal cord goes to the back of the room. And we're going to do a couple of cat-cow rotations to our natural breath. 2 more breaths. As we find our pause, our mind and bodies are relaxed. We're going to hinge at our hips using this butterfly or diamond to open up our hips just a little. Eyes are closed or gaze down as our torsos lean forward towards our feet. Natural breaths. Allowing the breath to relax and soothe the mind and body. Two more breaths. Exhaling back to center. We are in our diamond or butterfly. Bodies are relaxed. We're going to cross our legs in front of us, coming into a cow face. Bringing our palms at heart center. We are in our seated prayer. Thumbs are connected to our sternum. Shoulders are relaxed down away from our ears. Our tummies are nice and tight. Spinal cord is nice and long. As we gaze down, may we take this time to thank ourselves for allowing ourselves to practice our night flow yoga. For self-care is a necessity. And it is a beautiful thing when we find things that we can do to prepare our mind and our body for sleep. Healthy things that we can do to prepare our mind for body, our mind and body for sleep. Our mind is now relaxed. Our bodies are relaxed and at the same time strengthened in this flow. Noticing how we feel at this very moment. Eyes are getting tired. Bodies are so relaxed. Shoulders relaxed. Our chin is relaxed. Our forehead is relaxed. Our face is completely relaxed. We are not holding any tension in our mind or in our bodies. Three natural breaths. As we come out of our cow face and find our bodies on our backs, bringing our knees in to our chest, hugging our knees into our chest, straightening our legs up in the air, legs on the wall pose, allowing our feet to drop, our knees come towards our chest. We're going to come into a happy baby, bringing our hands inward, connecting our hands to our feet. Spinal cord is relaxed into the yoga mat. Eyes are closed or gaze down. Maybe we can rock our bodies from side to side, using the floor to relax and soothe the spinal cord. 4 more breaths. Two more breaths. As we come back up to legs on the wall pose, allowing our right leg to relax downward, straight, parallel. Allowing our left leg to relax down, straight, parallel. Our legs are side by side. Our feet are connecting as we allow our feet to fall towards the side like a V, completely relaxing our legs. Spinal cords are relaxed back into the yoga mat. Our eyes are closed or gaze down. Feeling our bodies go inward. Our mind is ready for sleep, for rest. For the day is over and nothing else matters. We are done for this day. This is our time to relax, go inward as we prepare for a restful night. Nothing else matters. This is your time. Nothing else matters. The mind and body is ready for sleep. As we shut out the world, may we relax in Shavasana and think of nothing else but peace and solitude. The light in me sees, appreciates, and respects the light in you. Namaste. Happy dreaming. Thank you.